Hi everyone and welcome to another video. And in this video, I'm going to cover how can you do a top-down analysis using fundamental research rather than doing technical research. Now, I've the first part of it that I've always learned has always technical in nature, and from what I understood, um, from the Mark Minervini's book is that fundamentals are also kind of important. He looks primarily at earnings, he looks at sales data. There are several other aspects that he keeps an eye on when doing trading. So I thought, why not, start trying to understand a bit of fundamentals as well as technicals. But what I also learned is that fundamentals has extremely long process to understand how do you trade, right? It becomes extremely long to figure out to study a certain brand. And I thought, why don't we figure out how to automate it using ChatGPT? So I'll just quickly show you how I generally do it. Now I do have a long prompt that is there, and then you can probably look at this aspect. So let me just add the prompt here. So I've just copy pasted the prompt. Now what I want to do is I want to do an analysis on the hospitality industry. This is basically the prompt, and I'm telling ChatGPT to follow my instructions, um, extremely detailed. So there is all of this uh, information, what sources I wanted to take from, so that I get a better result. What is the macroeconomic analysis of India? All of these things, right? So there are several aspects here. I wanted to also tell me stocks, what are the financials, all of those things. And then what I do is once I am able to see this, then I try to understand which are the stocks that I can filter it out using my trading rules. So I have my trading rules which are technical based, but I'm also parallelly doing a fundamental analysis. But since I cannot basically spend too much time doing fundamental analysis, I'm using the help of ChatGPT. So now what we do is I just hit enter, and I let ChatGPT do the job. It's doing searching the web, and it's basically starts giving me the analysis. So I can see over here how the Indian hospitality. Now the reason why I found out, saying that I have this particular. Why did I choose hospitality and the hotel industry? Is because I was trying to study my charts. So I'll show you an example of that as well. So this is how my tracking sheet looks like. I have a nifty all sectors tracking. Now don't get a shock of the way I'm tracking all of these sectors. There are roughly around, you can say, about 30 different sectors that I'm currently targeting tracking. And I can see over here, you can see, if you see, there are top four sectors, and the top four sectors. So this is one of the sector, which is this one. Okay, and I know what these sectors mean, but I've basically grouped these stocks into different sets. You have, there is the green one is basically the shipping industry, and there is this one, which is, so this one is the textile industry. So I can see on a 3 month basis, I can see which sectors are at the top, right? So if you see over here, I can see among this, I can see that there is Indian Hotel, EI Hotel, Chalet, Westlife, all of these at the top. Now I've already created this. It helps me understand which are the sectors that I have to be in, which are the top categories. And right now this is the place. But this is just to give you an idea. Now heading back to my chat GPT, I think that would have already given the results over here. So I'm just going to go and go a little deeper to try to understand this segment. So I can see saying that food and beverage, travel and tourism. So these are the segments, current trends. I can see the GDP numbers, and how it has impacted on the hospitality business. Um, I can see what is the interest rates, and the repo rate. What's happening there? I can see inflation numbers over the past 1 year. I can see employment rates as per the hospitality sector. Okay, and I can see geopolitical events. If there are any geopolitical events that are affecting, then I can see industry growth trends. Now this is giving me a growth trend saying that okay, that's 12 to 14%. and 9 to 11% is expected next year. Regulatory environment, if there is something there, supply chains, technological changes, market demand trends. Now, all of it, it gives me a clear understanding saying that these are the kind of things that are happening in the industry. I don't have to go in detail for all of them. And then I see Invest India. Okay, so now these are sources from where ChatGPT is summarizing most of the content that is given here. It's also summarizing from Wikipedia. If there is some latest numbers, you can see here the hospitality data is updated as of 8 December 2024. So that's how I got, it's a faster way. Now coming to sector specific. Now here there is Indian Hotels, there is EIH Limited, there's Lemon Tree. These are the top three major players, is what it says, and it also gives me an understanding between the pricing powers. If there is any cyclicity among them, I get an understanding. Top three hotels. So I get to see over here that IHCL operating under the Taj brand. Now I did not know initially. So this is the second time, third time I'm doing this. But initially when I did this, I knew Indian Hotel was going up. I didn't know what brand was it a part of, because that time I was looking at only technicals. I was not looking at fundamentals at all, right? So I had no clue that Indian Hotels basically means that it is Taj brand. And then there is EIH Hospitality, which is the Oberoi's. And then there's Lemon Tree, and then there are bottom three sides also. So yeah, so this is basically, it gives you a gist. Now if it does not find, that it is not bad, and if it is decent or good, then it does not really show up. Now here what I can do is I can tell it saying, I can additionally add more information that I want. So for example, I can say, okay, now, so let me just add, now give me a table that splits the above information by industry and industry segment, um, and their growth rates, their year on year growth rates, and also give me their current market price if it is listed in NSE or BSE. So please share. I have to, so when we talk to ChatGPT, we have to give as detailed as possible, because I wanted to understand that this is exactly how I want this. Please share it in the following table format. So I have industry. Oh yeah, I need not industry segment, I need sector. So sector. So industry, sector, growth rate. Then I want current market price symbol. Okay, so this, now I just hit an enter, see what happens. So it's going to search the web and it's going to give me information. So you can see over here, all of them have come right now, right? So if you see this information, you get an understanding of what's happening, who is who, um, what are, there is a quick service restaurant also, which is Westlife Food World, and what is it named? So an amusement park, Wonderla, Thomas Cook, all of this is, I get it in one place. Okay, now what I want to understand is, inside this segment, what are the top growing sectors? So, which, because at the end we need to basically try to filter out which are the stocks that I need to kind of get into, which are possibly going to have the highest growth rate also, right? So are there any trending sectors within this industry? If yes, please share them in a in the above table format. Yeah, so let's see if it basically is able to give me. So you can see that these are different trending sectors and who is there in that. There is tech-driven hospitality also, which is OYO and Make My Trip. So it's basically giving me those, like what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, what are the driving factors for this. So if you see over here, luxury hotels, the growth rate is negative. Sorry, not negative. It's about 12 to 15%. There's mid and price budget hotels, which is 15% growth, which means this is the mid segment is growing faster. Then there is vacation ownership, 61%, which means that this is growing even faster. So now we need to go and cross check on technicals whether spaces like Lemon Tree, Mahindra Holidays, how are they doing, right? So that's basically the process of technicals. Once you have this one big main prompt, then you just have these sub prompts that you can ask ChatGPT to give you information on. Now, ChatGPT can also pick up information from Yahoo Finance, so that is one of the places that you can go and get all your information. So, hope this helps. Maybe you could probably try using ChatGPT for a lot of fundamental analysis that you would want to do, and in case you want to get the first big prompt, I do not know whether it is useful to you or no, but in case you want to get the first big prompt, now I'll probably be you can connect with me and then I'll share that with you. All right, but otherwise you can have your own prompts. You don't have to use the prompt that I have put for ChatGPT. You can actually ask for those details. The reason why I have put so much is that because I want it in a specific format. Like I want specific information in a specific format, and that's how you can actually do your own fundamental analysis. Hope this helps, and it adds kind of value to your trading in the next year. Considering that I'm doing this video in December, so hope it helps you in 2025.